Students, next is about voice. Vachyam. Vachyam means in English you can translate voice. Voice means not this voice which comes from our throat. It is active and passive. So first you relax. Always I used to tell to my students, also I am telling towards myself, relax, and then we'll proceed. So active voice and passive voice. It is a kind of an ocean. Therefore CBSE they decided for 10th standard portion, active to passive or passive to active only in present tense. I repeat, active to passive or passive to active question comes based on present tense only. So you nothing to worry about past or future or imperative mode, anything. Just focus present tense. Of course you are 10th standard students, so you know verb formula, parasmaipadi. In Sanskrit we have parasmaipadi, atmanepadi, ubhayapadi. Why that parasmaipadi, why atmanepadi? Little bit I will explain. Whenever the action goes for others, if we are doing any work for others, then generally the parasmaipadi verb comes. Whenever we are doing that any action towards ourselves, see, olden time they used to teach like this only. Now also ourself, the action suppose going to, we are doing for ourself, there atmanepadi, atman means ourself. Some verb, some action ubhayapadi, we are doing both, ourself as well as for others. Simple example, suppose you are a cook, you are cooking food for 100 people or 200 people or whatever, or 10 people. So when the cooking action you are doing for others, that time parasmaipadi verb you have to use. So beautiful Sanskrit, the verb itself tell the person is doing for whom that action. He is cooking for whom. Some people are there, they say, myself I am cooking and eating, sir, I won't take any other's food. Beautiful. So the verb itself tells, if the verb is parasmaipadi verb, that means he is cooking for others. If the verb he is cooking for himself, atmanepadi formula, that means he is cooking for himself. So that is called parasmaipadi, atmanepadi, sometime both ubhayapadi. Now we'll come to the voice. So when you go to parasmaipadi, so active voice, first we'll take active voice. The rules of active voice, you take one sentence, okay? In that sentence, subject will take subject, object, verb. So parasmaipadi you take. Whenever you are taking active voice, in parasmaipadi, subject, object, verb. Subject means what? Kartrupadam. And I am sure you know subject means always comes in Prathama Vibhakti. You people should not have a doubt in that. So I used to tell anybody, you have a doubt what gender you are belonging to. No sir, either male or female, whatever gender, like that we should have strong feeling about Kartrupadam means always comes in Prathama Vibhakti. That is why it is called Kartrupadam. So when we go to active voice, first subject and then object, Dvitiya Bhakti. Well, we'll take one sample sentence. And the verb will react according to subject. And when I go to subject, you know there are three persons. This is third person, this is second person, this is first person. Here also you can enjoy the Sanskrit beauty. How beautiful Sanskrit. Arrangement of verbs, you just see the formula, ti taha anti, si taha tha, ami avaha maha. What is this arrangement? It is not first because it is a first person. First formula for third person. You know why? In Sanskrit, the culture itself tells we should give importance for third person first. And when we should give importance for second, then only we should think about ourselves. Therefore, my dear students, here ti taha anti. The word ti, the formula ti, that is why. So this small in the verb also we can feel how our culture. We should think about third person, then we should think about second, then only we should think about ourselves. If you have in your mind, I am sure you will understand ti taha anti is the third person, si taha tha second, ami avaha maha first person. Right. This you have basic. Now we will go to one sentence. Active voice. So kartari active voice called in Sanskrit kartari prayogaha. Why it is called kartari prayogaha? Where the verb is reacting according to subject, according to karta. In active voice, whenever the verb is reacting according to subject, that is why it is called kartari prayogaha. I will take example. Ramaha phalam khadati. I wrote Ramaha phalam khadati. Please focus. Ramaha, it is a third person. Am I right? Neither I nor you. And one more simple thing. To understand the person, my dear students, don't have any panic, anything. Other than I and you, everything comes in this world third person. You just go on and check. Other than I and you. See, my specs, third person. Myself, first person. Chalk piece, third person. My shirt, third person. Whatever. You two, you all, that is second person. So, other than I and you, everything comes under third person. I wrote here Ramaha. Ramaha is the third person and it is the subject. So, I am writing 1. Like, small number if you remember. I am sure you will get full mark in active and passive. Ramaha phalam khadati. What is the meaning? Ram eats fruit or Rama is eating fruit. So here Ram is the subject and fruit is object. So object means what? Dvitiya vibhakti. Why I wrote here for 1? It is kartrupadam, prathama vibhakti. So I am writing karta. And this is 2. Karma, object. I am writing karma, not karma. And this is again I am writing 1. This is called kriya. Now my dear students, please focus this sentence. Ramaha phalam khadati. When you are receiving this sentence, Ram is eating fruit. Now here Ram is subject, fruit is object, eating is action. Now if you see this khadati, third person singular, ti, khadati. Why I used the third person singular? Because the Ramaha, it is subject which is called third person singular. Rama won't come, Rama is not either I or you, someone else. So when you say Ramaha phalam khadati, here the verb is singular because Ramaha singular. So the sentence is yatra, where, kriyayaha prayogaha, usage of verb, kartaram anusritya bhavati, it when comes according to subject, tatra kartari prayogaha. I repeat, yatra kriyayaha prayogaha. For the example, I can show yatra in which sentence. Kriyayaha prayogaha, usage of the verb. Kartaram, according to subject. Bhavati, when it comes, it is called kartari prayogaha, active voice. So, to remember very simple method. Active voice means 1, 2, 1. Very easy. 1 means what? Subject. 2, object. 1, the verb is reacting according to subject. That is why I gave the number 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1 is the magic number of active voice. Okay. Now I am sure you understood. Now we will go to passive. Again we have only active present to passive present tense, not past or future. I keep on telling you, nothing to worry. Right. So when we go to passive voice, some rules are there. What is the rule? The rule says whenever we are going to passive, the subject will go to Tritiya Vibhakti, third case. Subject will by Ram. Yes, sub Tritiya means what? Ramaha, Ramu, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramu, Ramana, Ramena. The subject will go to Tritiya. The object will come to Prathama. Please relax and go through. I will write and show. Whenever we are going to passive voice, which is called in Sanskrit Karmani Prayogaha, the subject will go to Tritiya, Tritiya Bhakti, object will come to Prathama, and the verb will react according to object. That is why karma, that is why Karmani Prayogaha. This is Kartari, because where the verb is reacting according to Karta, that is Kartari Prayogaha. Where the verb is reacting according to Karma, Karmani Prayogaha. So simple, simple. Apply your logic. But rules, the rule says subject should go to Tritiya. From active to passive when you are shifting, subject should go to Tritiya, object should come to Prathama, the verb will react according to object which is taking the role of subject. I repeat, the verb will react according to karma, but that is taking the role of subject. Prathama Vibhakti came, but it is a karma. Okay. So what is the number? When I said subject will go to Tritiya means 3, object will come to Prathama 1, 3, 1. The verb going to react like an object which is taking the role of subject, again 1. So 3, 1, 1, that is passive voice. 1, 2, 1 active, 3, 1, 1. Very simple. 3 means change the subject. In active voice, whichever is the subject, convert into 3. In active voice, whichever is the object, convert into 1. And the reaction of verb according to this. One more step. Whenever we are changing into passive voice, that is why I wrote the formula of Atmane Padam. Here you can see formula of Varasmaipadi, Ti Taha Anti, Si Taha Tha, Ami Avahama. Like that. Te ite ante, se ite dve, I avahe amahe. This is the formula of Atmanepadi. So whenever you are shifting from active voice to passive voice, subject will go to Tritiya, object will come to Prathama, the verb formula comes from the Atmanepadi rules. So what is Atmanepadi? Te, that kind of word you can see. Verb, end of the verb, that kind of letter. Not only that, between that formula and the verbal root, the small letter ya will come. Ya. Yes. I repeat, between formula and the verbal root, between the letter ya will come. So easily you can understand it is passive voice. Not only Atmanepadi formula. Between Atmanepadi formula and the verbal root, the 100% the letter ya will come. Then only it is converting into passive voice. Whenever we are converting from active to passive, please remember the subject will go to 3. So here I am writing first. I wrote Karmani Prayogaha. See the name, passive voice. Karmani Prayogaha means verb is going to react according to karma. Kartari Prayogaha means verb already reacted according to karta. So that is why the connectivity Ram and Khadati. Ram. Third person singular, Khadati. That's why it is called Kartari. Now I will go to Karmani. What I told, Karmani Prayoga, subject will go to Tritiya. Just take this subject. What is Tritiya? Tell the Shabda. Ramaha Ramau Ramaha, Ramam Ramau Ramane, Ramena. Yes sir. I wrote Ramena. Ramaha Ramena. Then here I gave Phalam. Sometime what happened, I am sure, you know, neutral gender. Prathama Vibhakti, Dvitiya Bhaktis are same. Phalam phale phalani, phalam phale phalani. Correct? So either the word is Prathama Vibhakti, Dvitiya Vibhakti, the formation, body is same only. So we'll go phalam. Ramena phalam. I will also put the number. Ramena 3. Phalam 1. Of course, phalam phale phalani, prathama and dvitiya same, but here according to rules 1. And the reaction of verb should come according to phalam. Relax. Tell me, phalam is what person? Other than I and you, everything comes under third person. Phalam is fruit, neither I nor you. It is a third person. Got it. Okay. So phalam is third person. Then you should go to third person formula. What is third person formula? Ite. This te is the formula. Very good. Relax. Now what I told, between verbal root and formula, what is the verbal root? Khadati. Khadati is the verb, right? The verbal root khad. Got it? Okay. So I am just, for the example, I am writing here khad. My dear boys, this is the steps. 1 or 2 sentences I am going to write. You will become master. Khad. Now what we have to do? We should add the letter ya. Yes. Plus ya. And now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 formulas. Which formula you have to select? Just focus who is there. In the, from Prathama, who came from the karma to kartru. Phalam. Phalam neither I nor you, it is a third person. So third person formula te. So khad plus ya plus te is equal to, my dear students, answer khadyate. That's all. Here what happened? This is also I am writing 1 and this is reacting. The verb is reacting according to phalam. I am just giving you 2 seconds. Focus. Focus. When I wrote active voice, Kartari Prayoga, I wrote Ramaha phalam khadati. Ram is eating fruit. Now here what happened? Ramaha is the karta, subject. Phalam is object, karma. Khadati is the verb. This verb reacted according to Rama. Am I right? Because Rama is third person singular, so I use this formula. Now when we are shifting from active to passive, the rules, subject should go to Tritiya. Yes, Ramaha, I took into Tritiya. Ramaha, Ramu, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramu, Ramana, Ramena. Object should come to Prathama. Automatically, if it is a neutral gender, nothing to worry, same word will repeat. Only Pullingaha, example, Balaha, Balo, Balaha, Balam, Balo, there it will change. But Napumsakalinga, phalam phale phalani, no change. Therefore, the same phalam came. Now, reaction of verb, because when it goes to passive voice, karmani prayoga, according to karma, actually karma came into Prathama Bhakti, but it is called karma, and according to this, the verb is going to react. Now, you understand what is this phalam. Phalam is third person singular. And the rule says, Atmanepadi formula, you have to go whenever you are changing into passive voice, 100%, the formula of Atmanepadi will come. Okay, I am just taking Atmanepadi formula. That itself not enough. Between verbal root and formula, the letter ya will come. That's why I wrote khad is the verbal root. Ya is the added letter. And te, it is the formula. So khadyate. So if you go this full line, khadyate, khadyate, khadyante, khadyase, khadyete, khadyadve, khadye, khadyavahe, khadyamehe. Among these 9, why you selected khadyate? Because phalam is singular third person. So the rules 3-1-1 for passive voice and for active 1-2-1. The next example I will go from active to passive. So I will rub this. I am going to use feminine gender. See the example. Kanya Samskritam Pathati. Kanya Samskritam Pathati. My dear students, please focus. Previous example I gave, Ram is eating fruit. Now I am giving example, a girl is reading or studying Sanskrit. A girl is studying Sanskrit. A girl, subject, is studying verb, Sanskrit, object. So according to active voice, Kanya 1, Samskritam, it is neutral gender, so 2, Pathati based on Kanya, so 1, because the verb of Pathati comes according to Kanya. Please focus. Kanya Samskritam Pathati. A girl is studying Sanskrit. Now, what we have to do? I'll just rub this one, and you please go to those steps. What I told from active to passive, whenever we are changing what kind of steps, subject will go to third, Tritiya Bhakti. So take this Kanya, Tritiya Bhakti. Immediately, Kanyena, please do not do that mistake. Kanya, ending with A. So go feminine gender, example Shabda, Lata. Lata, Late, Lataha. Latam, Late, Lataha. Lataya, Lataya. Like that, Kanya, Kanye, Kanyaha. Kanyam, Kanye, Kanyaha. Kanyaya. Beautiful. So here I am writing Kanyaya, and I gave the number 3. Just recall on thing in passive voice, what is the number will come? 3, 1, 1. Beautiful. So I convert 3. Samskritam. Neutral gender. So Samskritam, Samskrite, Samskritani, Samskritam, Samskrite, Samskritani. So Kanyaya, Samskritam, repeat, same. Samskritam. 1. Now very important thing. Here many students because not able to understand properly, that's why they are doing error. Otherwise I am sure mistake won't come. When you go to passive, first step what is karna? You should use Atmanepadi formula. That should come in your mind. Atmanepadi formula, te ite ante se ite dve I avahe amahe. This is formula. Only present tense. Step 1. Step 2, you should take the verb. What is the verbal root? Pathati, pat. Very important thing. Between verbal root and the formula, the letter ya will come, which I wrote and shown here. So once more I am writing, the verbal root is pat plus ya and after ya, which formula will come? You have to tell. Okay, sir, I think Samskritam, yes, take Samskritam. What person? Neither I nor you. Aham avam vayam, it is not coming. Tvam yuvam yoyam, it is not there. Then it is a third person. Yes, you understood this is third person. And what number? It is a singular. So third person singular formula is what? Te. So add pat plus ya plus te. You got the answer. Kanyaya Samskritam Pathyate. My dear students, please focus. This is also 1. Because the verb is reacting according to Skritam. Here the verb reacting according to subject, here according to object. That is why this is Kartari Prayogaha and this is Karmani Prayogaha. And remember, in Karmani Prayoga, very important, the letter Ya will come. Verbal root Ya and Te. Kad Ya Te. Pat Ya Te. Chal Ya Te. Nam Ya Te. Nam Ya Te means it is passive voice. So, active to passive. One more sentence. I am seeing you. That is a sentence. Aham. I am seeing you. You is the object. Tvam. Not tvam, tvam. I is the subject. Pashyami. Okay. Now, focus the sentence. Aham tvam pashyami. Here the subject is aham, first person. Therefore, aham, I wrote 1, tvam, 2, and tritaha anti sitaha tha ami. Ami is there. So, pashyami. Yes, you can see the reaction of the verb according to aham. Beautiful. We'll go to passive. You must know Asmat Shabda. Convert this 1 to 3. Aham avam vayam, mam avam asman, maya. Not maya, maya. Maya is 3. Beautiful. Now convert this tvam to 1. Tvam is Yushmat Shabda. Tvam yuvam yuyam tvam. So first Prathama Vibhakti Ekavachanam tvam. I am writing 1. Verb is waiting. The verb will come first. What is that? Atmanepadi formula. Right. First you find out this is tvam. Next what is? Tvam is what person? Third person. Tvam is you. Second person. I is first person. So this is second person. Singular. Go to the formula. Te, ite, ante. This is third person. Se, ite, dve. It is second person. I, avahe, amahe. This is first person. So second person singular. This is second person. Good. Here in singular is this one. Say. That means the verbal root will end with say. Okay, what is the verbal root? Pash. Don't take pash. Drish pash. Please go to pashyati present tense before. Drish converting into pashyati. So drish is the verbal root. Okay, I will write here drish. Plus what letter you have to write? You should get ya. Beautiful. Because we are in passive voice. Drish plus ya. Now, what formula among these 9? Already I told you. Tvam is second person singular. Second person singular say. So drish plus ya plus say. Maya tvam drishya say. Just focus. 1. So verb is reacting according to this. Why I wrote drishya say? Because the verb is reacting according to tvam. Tvam is second person singular. Here second person singular. So I use this verbal root with ya. This is formula ya and verbal root. Aham tvaham pashyami. Generally here only the problem will come. Because students sometimes they may forget aham, I is the first person or second person. Very simple. Other than I and you, everything third. I am the first person, you are the second person, other everything third. Therefore here I convert. Aham is the first person. I am seeing you. Aham tvam pashyami. I, tritiya bhakti, maya. You, from tvam you came to first, prathama bhakti, tvam. When you came to prathama bhakti, second person singular. Then verbal root drish. I added yet letter ya and the formula say maya tvam drishya say. Please focus. So with this, according to CBSE, active to passive or passive to active, any kind of question will come. This is the method to understand. And we have one more, bhave prayoga, some place or same active. Now next I am going to show you using pure Atmanepadi how it changing into passive. When you are able to understand from Parasmaipadi verbal root to Atmanepadi verbal root while changing from active to passive, this is one session. Next, there are some pure Atmanepadi verb, and that kind of verb will come in active voice, also in passive. How to understand? That is why I told only in passive voice you should not take only the verbal root formula, Atmanepadi formula, you should add the letter ya, then only it comes under passive voice. So this kind of doubt will come. So first I will write one sentence. Just see, my dear students, one verb I am going to use which is pure Atmanepadi. Example, sevate. Sevate means doing service. Atmanepadi. Save. So the sentence goes like this: Ramaha Pitarau Sevate. Now what happened? This is pure Atmanepadi. The Sevate verbal root is pure Atmanepadi. And I am sure you are able to understand Ramaha is 1, Pitarau is 2, and the one, this is reacting te. Atmanepadi, just I use formula. I just use formula, not anything else. Sevate, sevete, sevante, it is pure Atmanepadi verbal root. Ramaha Pitarau Sevate. Ram is doing to service to their parents. Ekashesha Dvandva. When Ram is telling Pitaro means my father and mother, that is understood. Ram is doing service to his parents. Right. So Ramaha Pitarau Sevate. Here what happened? The verb is reacting according to subject. Therefore it comes under Kartari Prayogaha. Do not go blindly. If the formula is A, that means it is passive voice. That is wrong. It is not like that. You should check everything. Here the subject is Prathama, object is Dvitiya, the reaction of verb is according to Prathama. Of course it is pure Atmanepadi verb. It doesn't mean A means immediately passive voice. So this kind of pure Atmanepadi verbal root, when you are converting into passive voice, what is going to happen? We'll see now. The rules are same. You just convert that Ramaha into Ramena. So I am just converting into Ramaha, change into Ramena. This is 3. Now Pitaru should come to Prathama. Yes, of course, it is same only. Pita, Pitarau Pitaraha, Prathama. Pitaram, Pitarau Pitarane, Dvitiya. So Prathama and Dvitiya, Dvivachanams are same. So I am going to repeat same Pitarau. Here the problem won't come. My dear students, very important thing to think. This is 1. Now what is the rule of passive voice? Take the verbal root. What is the verbal root? Save. If you go through like this, you will become master in active and passive. Take the verbal root save. What is the next step? After verbal root, you should add the letter ya. Added. Now, you have to select the formula. According to Pitarau. Pitarau is third person. Dual. My dear students, please think. Pita comes under third person. Neither I nor you. Pita. That is singular. Pitarau, dual. So when it is third person dual, go to third person first, that list. What is the list? Te, ite, ante. Go to that list and select the dual, ite. So what is the rule? Sevate, only sevate, not sevyate, sevyete. So you got the answer. Sevyate, sevyete. E convert into A. A plus E is equal to A. You know Gunasandhi. So, Ramena Pitarau sevyete, sevyate, sevyete, sevyante. Why I selected sevyete? The rules, because Pitarau, the verb is reacting according to Pitarau. Pitarau is first third person dual. Prathama Vibhakti, third person dual. So, Ramaha convert into Ramena. Pitarau came into Pitarau from Dvitiya to Prathama because the formation same, and the Pitarau is third person dual. Therefore, I went to third person formula. There I selected ite. So save plus ya plus ite. And when I added together sevyete, ya plus e is equal to ye because a plus e, sevyete. Ramena Pitarau sevyete. This is very important thing. Because sometime in CBSE they may confuse giving Atmanepadi, pure Atmanepadi verb. So seeing the formula itself, do not conclude this is passive voice. You must know when the verb is reacting according to subject 1, 2, 1, it is active. And then if passive voice means 100% verbal root, the letter ya, then formula. Example, save ya te. Here because of pitaru, save ye te. This is one. Wherever there is no object, then how passive voice will come? That is the next step. Intransitive verb. In the verb, transitive verb, intransitive verb, that we are going to focus. Because sometime some sentence, of course, even here if the without object, if I am going to write, the problem won't come in active voice. Problem will come only in passive. Then the verb how it is going to react if there is no object. So that is called intransitive verb, in Sanskrit bhave prayogaha, where no need object, directly you can understand through verb the action. No need object. Example, laughing. How he is laughing you can ask. What he is laughing you cannot ask. He is laughing, making sound loudly, or just shaking his body here and there, he is laughing. But what is laughing not? Where the question what won't come. Generally to understand intransitive verb. Okay, that place no need object. Then how to conclude the passive voice? Active voice problem won't come. I will just show you the example. First we will go example without object. What is the rule? And same will apply without object in bhave prayoga, intransitive verb. So just focus. I am going to write one sentence. Okay? See the sentence. Tvam. I am sure you know the meaning of tvam, tu, you. Pathasi. Beautiful. Sentence over. It is not compulsory I should write object. I am just writing tvam pathasi. Here the subject is tvam, one. Object is not there. I didn't use object. This is not intransitive verb. Please understand. I am just taking you to intransitive verb. First step. Without object I am going to show. Then intransitive verb I will show as usual. Intransitive verb or object won't come. That example I will give. Tvam pathasi. Now the verb is reacting according to tvam. So arrow mark. Just focus. Active voice over. Because what is the rule of active voice? Where the verb is reacting according to subject. Yes sir, this is active voice. In active voice it is not compulsory that I should write object. But when I am converting into passive voice, 100% I want object which is going to take the role of subject, then only I can write the verb. Otherwise I have to wait the answer. Tvam, it is a subject. Karta. Pathasi, sentence over. Active voice, my dear students, problem won't come. But when we go to passive, what's going to happen? We'll see now. Now, tvam, you just convert this tvam. What is the rule of passive? It goes to Tritiya Bhakti. So, tvam yuvam yuyam, tvam yuvam yushman, tvaya. I just wrote tvaya. No object. What to do? Because in passive voice, without object, I want to grip. Object should react. The verb should react according to object which is taking the role of subject. But here gap because there is no object. That is why in active voice problem won't come. I repeat, keep on repeating. Passive voice it comes. Then what to do? Simple method. If you see that there is no object, directly you go third person singular formula. That is standing instruction. Whenever we are changing from active to passive. In active, if there is an object, no problem, because active voice the verb is going to check the subject only. Okay, object is there, fantastic. But same sentence when we are converting into passive, subject will, in passive voice we don't worry the subject is third person or not. The verb is just waiting about object which is taking the role of subject. But sometime if there is no object, my dear students, you should go verbal root, adding ya, and third person formula of passive voice. What is third person formula? Te. This is standing instruction. It comes automatically. Not any other thing will come. Now you go tvam. Convert into tvaya. So this is 3. But here what happened? Object is missing. You don't worry. What is the verb? Pat. Take the verbal root. Pat. The verbal root is pat. And what you should add? The letter ya. And is there object? No. What is the next step? Automatically it will go third person formula. Te. So pat ya plus te. You got the answer. Tvaya pat. Yes. Patyate. Tvaya patyate. Over. Here it won't wait. Sir, which other? No. If there is no object, the standing instruction in Sanskrit, the reaction of verbal root, okay, in passive. If there is no object, just third person singular of Atmanepadi formula. That is passive. Now, same method, now I am going to intransitive verb. Same method whenever we are using active voice, using intransitive verb, akarma kartari prayoga or bhave prayoga we can say, where there is no need object to understand. In that place, when we change from active to passive, the subject will go to tritiya. Because no object, the verb adding letter ya and third person formula. With that you have to conclude. Simple example. He is standing. What standing won't come? How he is standing? In one leg or with hands, whatever. Yoga. He is standing. Now, this is called bhave prayoga. He, saha, standing, tishtati. Yes, active voice over. Because tishtati, saha is third person. This is one. This is also one. The verb is reacting according to subject. The verb is reacting. Saha tishtati. Cool. Active voice over. Passive voice. Convert this saha into tritiya. Yes, sir. Tritiya. Saha, saha taute, tam tautan, tena. Is there object? Into. Then what is the rule? Along with that verbal root, what is the tishtati verbal root? Tishtyate, not stha tishthe. So you take the verbal root stha plus ya and no object formula te. Here it comes sthayate, not special sthiyate. That is why there are some special verbal root. No need to go very deep rules. Saha tishtati tena sthiyate. One more example. Mohanaha swapiti. Mohan is sleeping. Sorry, I am not telling any Mohan here. Sentence says Mohan is sleeping. I am just using that. Mohanaha swapiti. Now I am going to passive, which is called bhave prayoga, means intransitive verb. Mohan is sleeping. What you cannot ask? How he is sleeping? Using AC or using blank sheet? Anything. Using his pillow? Like that only. What? Sleeping won't come. So Mohanaha swapiti, convert Mohan into tritiya. Mo-ha-ne na. No object. Here also no object. This is one. This is also one. The verb is now reacted according to subject. Mohanena sup plus ya plus te. Then swapiti. The verbal root sup plus ya. And if there is no object, standing instruction, take this third person singular. Sup plus ya plus te is equal to supyate. This is called bhave prayoga. So here I should not write karmani prayoga, because karmani prayoga, according to object, the verb will come. Whatever 2-3 example, it comes under bhave prayoga. In bhave prayoga, because there is no object, the verbal root with ya and then atmanepadi, third person singular formula, mohanaha swapiti mohanena supyate. Aham hasami, I am laughing. One more is last example. Aham hasami. Convert. Aham converting into aham avam vayam, mam avam asman, maya. No object. Immediately verbal root has plus ya plus this only you have to take te, because no object. Then you got the answer has yate. Aham hasami maya hasyate. So my dear students, we discuss active voice kartari prayoga. In kartari prayoga, subject is always prathama, object is dvitiya. The verb will react according to subject, which is called karta, therefore kartari prayoga. When we go to karmani prayoga, subject will go to tritiya, object will come to prathama, and the reaction of verb according to object, which is taking the role of subject, which is in prathama. Not only that, we should use atmanepadi formula, step 1. Not only that, along with verbal root. So first verbal root, then plus ya, then atmanepadi formula. Example, gacchati gamyate, likhati likhyate, pathati pathyate. So passive voice karmani prayoga number is 311, active voice is 121. When we go to bhave prayoga, which is called intransitive verb, there in active voice problem won't come, because subject and verb is there. When we go to passive voice, the subject will change into tritiya. Because there is no object, the standing instruction, we should take third person singular formula of atmanepadi. So verbal root plus ya plus third person singular formula of atmanepadi to conclude bhave prayoga. With this, Vachyam is over.